I really wanted to play this thing. This is the Rhodes 88. This song just came on my Pandora station, and I heard it, and I hadn't heard it in a long time, and I'm not going to do as good of a job as the original guy who sang it, but I think it's very fitting for what's happening in the world right now. Can y'all hear this? You can play the game, you can act out the part, but you know it wasn't written for you. Tell me, how do you stand there with your broken heart, ashamed to play in the fool? One thing can lead to another, it doesn't take any sacrifice. Oh, father and mother, sister and brother, if it feels nice, don't think twice. Just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out fine. If you want, it will. If you only will. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better. If you want, it will. The vibrato kind of got off at the end there, but you can. There you go. It's a wonderful song, and I just wanted to play it very quickly. I shouldn't even be singing this late because I don't know, my vocal coach told me not to, but you know. I want to go live with someone random. She declined. I don't even know who. I'm okay. Tell me if you're not comfortable doing it, but I've been at home all day, so I don't really. I don't know. How do I? Someone asked me something musical. I feel like, because it's a good way for me to practice explaining things in my mind. What kind of chord? I don't even know. I'm kind of just blindly playing. Favorite chord progression. It's 2 chords. It's 2. My favorite chord. Okay, so sorry, I'm coughing. Michael Jackson had a song called "Do You Remember the Time When We Fell in Love?" Do you remember the time? Those 2 chords. Teddy Riley. Shout out to Teddy Riley. The C7, whatever. Unfortunately, the first time I ever heard that song was the day Michael passed away. But give me something else. What do you want me to explain? If I wasn't a performer, I'd be a teacher, because I do get a certain joy out of teaching something. I mean, there's like a difference between a regular C major chord and then when you add all the clusters in between it. Like, I mean, I guess I'd be a bad teacher because I just hear it. I don't actually know the name of what I'm doing. But new song in 2020 also has 2 chords. There it is. Favorite rap of Eminem? The super offensive kind. When I was just a kid, my mama used to tell me these crazy things. They said I couldn't rap for you. It's like hella offensive, but yeah. Sam, hi Sam, you know what I'm talking about. I love this old Eminem song. I remember the day the Real Slim Shady came out. All my friends were at this. I went to this beach, and it was late at night, and they were all like asking the beach DJ to play the Real Slim Shady. Sam, why don't you come over? Killer Queen. You know what's amazing about Freddie Mercury? He would layer all those vocals without Pro Tools, just strictly on tape. Like he did the. You have any idea? I mean, I can layer a bunch of vocals. I do it. I've done it on all my records, but like, it's digital. It's easy. If I make a mistake, I just delete it and then repeat it. But back in the day, if you made a mistake, you really couldn't make a mistake because then it would cost you money. Because yes, we're still social distancing. There's this Janet Jackson song that goes. Oh, it's so good. I don't want to stay Oh, Sam's talking about my new album when no one's heard it. Sam, you're the only. Thank you. You're the only person in this chat that's heard it that I know of, because I don't know if any of my other friends are in the chat right now. Shout out to Dallas. I've had fun in Dallas. I like Dallas. More favorite chords. There's a song called Can't You See by Total. I guess it's like a 2-5-1 minor progression, right? I can't wait for the day that we can. Give me all the chicken that's from Pasadena and between it. No, this new song is coming out. This is the first time where I've actually been able to like take music that I like. No one's told me that I can't make music like it anymore. They're like, this is just. It's the first time. And that didn't make any sense. Lose Yourself. Probably top 10 favorite rap intro. I have a different category. That's like the Meek Mill, that record he put Dreams, when he put that out in 2012. That's one of my favorite. I think that's my favorite rap intro, when he goes, hold up, wait a minute, y'all thought I was finished when I got the Aston Martin, y'all think it was rented. It was unbelievable. And that and Lose Yourself, rap records that go right the fuck into it. Just a Little Bit by 50 Cent. Or In the Club by 50 Cent. Just 50 Cent songs. And Charlie's doing ASMR. Yeah, I'm just gonna whisper the whole time. Yeah. Another favorite chord. There's a song by Maxwell. Okay, it came out in like '95 called something something. If it's cool, we can do a little something something. Let me grow with you. I did that. There's something so dope about it. I mean, it's so improper, but like doing a B flat sus and singing the C sharp. Do a little something, something. Yeah. Favorite Iggy intro. I heard that song in 2014 and my mind was blown. Jazz chords are very complicated. It's not about overdoing it in a pop song, though. I've wanted to make pop records with jazz chords in it for a long time, but the best pop records and the pop records, in my opinion, that have the staying power are the ones produced by Quincy Jones, the ones produced by George Benson, etc., etc. And there's no coincidence that, Erykah Badu, all these musicians have jazz backgrounds. So there's a bit of just humanistic soul in jazz, and when you implement it into R&B, and then the R&B kind of spills over into pop, you get a pop record that stays around for longer because it's just based off like a human feeling. Whereas if it's like too pop, it's like flash in the pan, here for today, gone for tomorrow. But I mean, that's why when you hear Thriller, it's still no 13-year-old kid is going to listen to that and be like, that sounds dated and old. I mean, it sounds like it came out in the 80s, but it sounds dope. So for me, when I'm making a record, I don't want to overdo it with the jazz, because you don't want it to be a smooth jazz record, but you want it to, I don't know, it's like baking a Duncan Hines cake. You don't want to use like all of the frosting at once. You want to just kind of like, throw a little, I don't know how to cook. What, you throw an egg in, you don't put the sprinkles on it first, you throw that on last. I don't know if that's making any sense, but you just do a little bit of it. It's like throwing a bit of paprika on some halibut. Do you put paprika on halibut? Britney Spears cover. Shout out to Britney. We share the same birthday. We're both very complicated Sagittarius. Sometimes I run, sometimes I hide, sometimes I'm scared of you. But all I really want is to hold you tight. Someone just asked, what the fuck is halibut? Treat you right, be with you day and night. Baby, all I need is time. This is the genius of Max Martin. He went, genius. Oh, and then they go, sometimes I run, awesome. Tritone substitution. Oh my gosh. I haven't heard that terminology in a really long time. Oh, what else? Tell me. What are you yearning to ask me? That's you are the sunshine of my life. Unbelievable. Fucking unbelievable. How did he do that? I'm gonna do it again. Fuck, how did he do that? You are the sunshine of my life. Yeah. That's why I always stay around. You are the apple of my eye. Yeah. Oh, so crazy. Love you, Sam. Bye, Sam. I feel like this is the beginning. Stevie Wonder is the most genius of all. None of his songs sound old. Yeah. Curious about your perfect pitch. Does it make it hard to listen to other... Sorry, there's so many comments. You guys are typing so fast. Does it make it hard for you to listen to other musicians when you know they're off key? No, because I feel like it's very pompous of people who have perfect pitch to be like, oh, it's off key, blah, blah, blah. Because some of the best songs in the world deviate from the key pre-auto-tune. And in live situations as well, it again, going back to what I was saying about chords being that human feeling. Like, I loved it, and this is no disrespect to Stevie Nicks, I loved it when she performed Landslide, the version that they would play on the radio so much, when she said, "This one's for your daddy." There was like a couple points, I mean, her voice is almost pitch perfect, but like there were a couple points where like went a little flat, but it added to the character of it. Like, and Bruce Springsteen, like he doesn't have like a voice like Celine Dion has. I talked to him the other month, and wow, that was a real trip. But 732 number popped up on my phone. But it doesn't matter because his voice is so special, and people will sing with him, and it's a voice that's too perfect is going to be rigid and stiff and non-relatable. So I don't know. I like it when things are... I'll sometimes make things out of tune on purpose because it'll make the signal wider when I'm producing something out, What do you think producing your own records does for your music? What's the added value? Is there an opportunity cost? It's a very well worded question. The opportunity lost is that making music with friends is super fun, and playing with bands is super fun. I used to play with bands in high school. I went to Manhattan School and played in a bunch of jazz bands and big bands and classical chamber music groups and orchestras. I went to New England Music Camp and like spent 3 weeks of my life with bands and collaborative musicians of my age at the time. We loved MySpace in 2007. But I think the mistake I made last year is I was like collaborating with too many people. So my sound, the sound that all of you guys know me for, my jazzy stuff, it started to get lost a little bit, which is why I kind of had to look at what I had and reevaluate, and I came to the conclusion that I just had to start over because none of it sounded like me. So the benefit now is that, and my friend Sam was in the chat and kind of spoiling everything, but I played him the music the other day, and like he was like, I trust his ear a lot. He was very, very happy with what he was hearing, and this is my favorite music I've ever made. This is like back to me, which is why I'm really excited to put this single out really soon. Because the video is going to be like, not me trying to be too fucking cool, or... I'm sorry, I'm burping a lot because of this probiotic drink. It's good. it's not going to be me pretending like a shaved head, like trying to be all like dark and like mysterious and everything. It's just going to be fun and relatable, and that's what my music is. I don't do this for me. I do this to make you guys feel something. So, and I know it's so cheesy, but it's fucking true. Um, so the benefit is the bummer is that I'm alone a lot, which is bound to happen because we're in quarantine. But the benefit is that my music has never sounded better because I'm just doing it all myself. So I recommend any other producer out there to really try and do it yourself. And then when you do collaborate with people, it makes it that much more special. Oh, you are welcome. What am I drinking? I'm drinking a probiotic drink. I don't know. I heard that stuff is good for you. Cheeseburger? Onion rings? If you watch TikTok, you know what I'm referencing. I've watched too much TikTok. All right, give me another question. Give me another question. I don't know what that was. Hello, Indonesia. Opinion on worship music. I love worship music. I'm not as well versed as I am in jazz with worship music, but I love what is it, Norman something? Because I know what it's like to be in church for like hours. Come, let us adore Him, kneel down before Him, worship and adore Him. Come, let us adore Him, kneel down before Him. And the chorus is Emmanuel, 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 and then do Emmanuel. Man, my band makes fun of me for loving that song so much. I love oh no, sorry, what is it? How excellent, how excellent, I'm butchering this. I'm doing an E flat major. Oh, how excellent, how excellent, how excellent is my name. Jesus Excellence. It's an unbelievable piece of music. That's why I like Kanye, man, because he kind of I didn't know anyone from Adam who knew that record, and then when he put that album out, suddenly everybody knew these hymnals and all these great pieces of music that I just hadn't heard anybody mention before. Do I want to try a haircut? Yes, I would love to. All right, one more thing and then I'm gonna go to sleep. Boy is one of the most interesting songs I ever wrote. It's like it was based on an accident. I think Hall and Oates are writers. Yeah, they're writers on Slow It Down. Hello, Johnny. Johnny, you call out a song. Yeah, I love that song. We Don't Talk Anymore is interesting because I was like in the best mood ever when I wrote it, and me being my usual masochistic self, I was like, I'm not going to be in a good mood forever. I wonder what this relationship is going to be like in the future. And sometimes songs are based on hypotheticals, kind of like a mixture of things. Mm-mm. 21 Pilots, they're amazingly talented. What's the best thing that has happened to you in your life as an artist? I gotta tell you, collaborating with Elton John, this song we have is like, gives you little goosebumps. It gives me goosebumps because I'm hearing Elton John sing on my song. Any advice getting into Berkeley? It's to be yourself. Berkeley is an amazing place that its specialty is cultivating and breeding, mass musicianship, and they thrive off of the musicians being different. So they want to see different people. Just be yourself. There's only one of you. If you want to write a song with like 15 key changes to play for your audition, please. They'll love it. I mean, I'm telling you, that's what I did. You know the James Ingram record? Forevermore, I'll be the one to love you. I was just raised on R&B. I'm sorry for all the R&B references, but no, hell no, I'm not sorry. It's just what I was raised. It's what I was raised on. I was listening to you're like a dream come true too. Just wanna be with you. 3. Girl, it's plain to see that you're the only one for me. 4. When I was like 11, I was listening to that and Air Force Ones by Murphy Lee and Chingy. What's the lowest key I can reach with my voice? Maybe like a low C. What I do? Well, all those beats you hear on Instagram, most of them are going to be on the album. They're just full songs. You haven't heard them yet. Yeah. Justin Timberlake had a song that he wrote with Brian McKnight. You say you're sorry, I don't understand. You told me that you hurt me, and now I'm half the man that I used to be. NSYNC and Justin had bangers. And you'll never get to love me again. Forgiveness is a lie. Anyone that's trying to do it. Oh, so good. Beatles. If I fell in love with you, would you promise to be true and help me understand? Yeah. And finally, my favorite Babyface record. Somebody told me. Someone just threw a Babyface in here somewhere. I'm just looking. Babyface. Somebody told me that the trouble at home. I never talk out loud when we spend time alone. No one does it like me. Yeah, unbelievable. I just got really tired. Because here's the thing, I'll like be tired and then I'll watch like a fuckload of TikToks and then get terrible sleep and then wonder why I'm tired. Lauryn Hill's guitar skills. I can't speak on that too much, but I will say that her collaboration with D'Angelo. Cause nothing really matters at all. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters at all. Where she and D'Angelo like go off on like she does one and then he does one. That was really ingenious. Favorite Gorilla song? Oh my god. Where is it? I think I know the whole. I ain't happy. I'm feeling good. I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless. Not for long. The future is coming on. It's coming. I love the bass line in that song. It's so subtle. It was just finally someone let me out of my cage. Now time for me is nothing because I'm counting no A's. Now I couldn't be there. Now you shouldn't be scared. I'm good at repairs and I'm under your snare. Intangible that you didn't fix so I commend you to. Panoramic view. Look, I make it all manageable. Pink and news and the different crews. Bitch, you getting down in the bit of two. Like you lit the fuse. You think it's mystical? No, maybe. No. You're too crazy. Life is a priceless to you because I put you on the high shit. You like it? Okay, I keep saying one more, but I do enjoy this. Rain on Me. That's the new Lady Gaga song. Rain on Me. Shout out to Blood Pot for producing that, and that shit is very clean. I like that song. My favorite Elton John song. 'Cause losing everything is like the sun going down on me. Unbelievable. What's up, Bobby Nice? I am reminded that I have such a musical palette. I just went from Elton John to Bobby Nice, man. Get in tune. Bobby, you're dope. Don't forget that. Favorite Disney song? Slow Dancing in a Burning Room. What's what's up, Asaf? All my friends are here. Oh my god, Asaf, we went around the world, didn't we? 1975. What's their new song is really cool. I don't know if I remember it well enough to play it. Sorry, I'm Maddie. I love you, and I have so much respect for you. I'm fucking up your lyrics because I love your melody. I don't want to butcher the lyrics. I'm just gonna do da da da's. Genius. 1975 or Genius. Blinding Lights, also genius. You know why the chorus of that song gets in your head immediately? Because you have no choice. You press play on Apple Music or Spotify, whatever you listen to your music on, and the melody of the chorus is in that synth line. So if you're not familiar, listen to the synth line and listen to the chorus. It's the melody of the chorus. It's genius. I love that. Take On Me is... Boop, 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 boop. Favorite Ciara song? And I got down to 1-2 Step when I was in 7th grade. That was fun. Oh my gosh. 2004 with our little iPods, our iPod minis with engraved names. Poker Faces. Shout out to Red One. He produced that. Favorite Bruno Mars. The chandelier, we're dancing on a room. There's no reason to hide. They're feeling inside right now. That's brilliant. Favorite Adele song. All I ask is if this is my last night with you. Hold me like I'm more than just a friend. Give me a memory I can use. Take me by the hand while we do what lovers do. It matters how this ends. 'Cause what if I never love again? Bruno also wrote that with Smeezingtons, I believe. Yeah. Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. Billie Eilish. When her and Phineas did that's every one of their songs. But I guess I say I like you like that, like you like right there. How can I say I like you like that, like you like? I mean, that's fucking sick. How the fuck did they think of that? That's one of those like ones where like you listen to it and you're like, really, how? Truly, like, where did that come from? Like where did that, like, there you didn't, there's, that was just of the moments. So cool. Very inspiring. Favorite Five Sauce song is it easier to stay? Is it easier to go? I don't wanna know, but I know that I'm never gonna change. You know you don't want it any other way. Yeah. Favorite Brandy song? How come I'm reborn? Tell me where to start. Cause every time you smile, I feel trembles in my heart. Have a one concern. How can I get with you till my day comes? Here's what I'm gonna do. My voice is shit right now because it's late, but sitting up in my room. The Graves. What do I play on repeat? I'm single and I'm lit. No, I don't know. I don't know what I play on repeat. I'm single. Snoop Dogg, From the Church to the Palace. That's my favorite Snoop Dogg. Well, no, that's not my favorite Snoop Dogg record. My favorite Snoop Dogg record is Doggy Style. But I don't know. I feel like From the Church to the Palace is really, that was a good year. I had that on my portable CD player. That had a couple of Neptunes productions on it. It was Chad Hugo with like the crazy chorus. Who's the man with the plan? Snoop Dogg. The Rugrats theme song is that the most recognizable theme song in television history besides The Simpsons? Like I feel like people who have never even watched the Rugrats, like the people who were born in like 2007, they probably know that's the Rugrats theme song. Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. You feel me? You guys have no idea what song I'm playing. Favorite Frank Ocean song? Best one wasn't a single. You weren't even living in Madera Heights, the Black Beverly Hills. That album came out in 2012. 2012. It feels like it came out yesterday. Domesticated paradise, palm trees and pools. The water's blue, feeling it so real. Whenever you like. First time I ever heard that album, Channel Orange, I was walking on PCH. It was my first time in California. I'd never been. And I just assumed, like, in New Jersey, you could just, like, walk anywhere. But I was on the side of PCH walking to get some pizza or some shit. And I had that on my iPod Nano, Channel Orange. And I walked all the way back to the house I was renting in Ramirez Canyon. And no one told me it was like 2 miles. And I definitely looked like a homeless person. But I was listening to Channel Orange, so it was all good, you know? Super Rich Kids on that too, with Earl Sweatshirts. Stop out there up on my road. I'm nothing like this point of view. The clicker of the two. Oh, what the fuck? That's so good. Fuck, I wish I was good. Okay. Well, a couple more. Name something and I'll give you my take on it and if I'm mad that I didn't write it or not. Hmm. She Will Be Loved is a fucking great song because it is a minor to a flat seventh chord. So Adam had some really crazy chord changes at the beginning of Maroon 5. He had like, I mean, who starts off with the diminished chord on a? That's super cool. Someone's got to start a pop record off with the diminished chord. You know. I'd rather be dry. What is it? I'd rather be dry, but at least I'm alive. Favorite Boys to Men. Oh my god, we're gonna go into dark hole. Can we go back to the days our love was wrong? Can somebody tell me how to get things back the way they used to be? Oh God, give me a reason. I'm done with it. They all like to the days when love was born. Can we Unbelievable. Tears for Fears. Well, I mean, the one that. They made the song in 20 minutes. And it was going to be like. Not on the album. Welcome to your life. Oh, what the fuck? That's so good. Oh, my favorite NSYNC song is I Thought She Knew. It's on No Strings Attached. It's track 13. It's the last song. I think it's track 13. It's the last song on the record. And it's all a cappella. And, oh, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. I thought she knew. She was my once in a lifetime. Happy ending come true. Oh, I thought she knew. Crazy. See you again. Yeah, I know I need a haircut. Yeah, okay. I should go, but I want to keep talking to y'all. I need to make sure that. I can't wait for my new album. It's gonna be really good. I love everything. I'm doing the whole thing my damn self. It's got me a little crazy, but it's fun. You don't get the hint. I'm sus, as someone once said to me once. Fuck out of here. I do enjoy doing all this by myself. I got my little room. I drink my coffee. I got my routine where I like have a sip of coffee and then I drink water right after, so I don't get the heartburn and I get all the effects of the coffee, and then I'm just like on Pro Tools. Make sure I stretch my hand out. You know, I love India. Amy Winehouse. Who you love was a flame. Love is a losing game. One I wished I never played. Love is a losing game. Oh, I messed the lyric up, of course. One I wished I never played. Oh, what a mess we made. And now the final frame. Love is a losing game. That's my favorite Amy Winehouse song. Also, simple, sweet guitars, humble by the bay. Shout out Mark Ronson. Go. And when love begins, everything falls into place. And that was me. So crazy. It reminds me of living in New York. Okay, I'm gonna go. I gotta get sleep. But I love you guys very, very much. And I definitely did drop like 5 hints of what the next song is gonna sound like just now in this live, and nobody caught on to it.